Yeah! Well, let's start off with some a little bit of mobility. Oh, that was a long day today. Ugh. Started at 3 in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. Back there, what are you doing? 3 o'clock in the morning for a 630 mile drive. That was a long day. It's a good day, but a long day. Woke up, did my usual morning kind of all around general mobility routine. Some pull-ups, some push-ups, a little bit of legs. I did legs yesterday when I got done driving. Just 200 lunges, just walking lunges, just up and down the side of the truck. Just 10 sets of 20. Not just, it's actually quite a few. I'm a little sore today, which is nice, but nothing too serious. And then, well, today I was getting fuel. There was a line, so I went ahead and did some push-ups just in the truck. And I'll show you how I do those real quick. I'm not going to do that many of them. Today we're just going to do mostly mobility, upper body, with a focus on back and a good amount of stretching. We're just got done driving as much as I drove today. You're kind of tight and all that stuff, so just kind of want to get the blood flowing. Here's a really good stretch you can do in the truck. Put your leg up on the dash. This will show how not flexible I am. But whatever. Still a good stretch to do. I just put my foot up on the dash. You know, what's nice is I got the pull-up bar here. I can kind of reach back and kind of just get a good full body stretch here. Great stretch to do after you're done driving. You also grab up here and stretch out the inner hamstrings and glutes. I don't do any real serious stretching. I just, at least not today. My legs are pretty sore. My glutes are especially sore, which is nice because as much driving as we do, your glutes as a truck driver could atrophy. And atrophied glutes. Gluteus maximus. Sarcopenia of the gluteus maximus is not good. Glutes are an important muscle, not just for looks wise. It's important just for functionality. It's one of the strongest muscles in the body, and it's one of the biggest. So if you develop them well, you'll burn more energy. So we're just going to kind of do some exercises. We'll do some back, and we'll just kind of do some stretching and mobility throughout. This is going to be about a half hour. Not super intense. I'm still kind of recovering. My shoulders and my ankles are still kind of recovering. I'm also just easing back into a more intense regimen after kind of taking last week. Not really off, but just kind of easing up the load to kind of just let the body heal. But let's get into some pull-ups here. I'm going to do them until not quite max reps, max repetitions, but we'll go until it starts to noticeably slow down at least. Okay, that was good. I was actually able to hit my chest on those first, I don't know, 7 repetitions. So that's pretty solid. I'm happy with that. I'm not going to do as many sets as I usually do, but it'll be a decent workout overall. But we'll do a smorgasbord of stuff. Warm up the wrists. This is really good to do, these wrist circles, to kind of condition your wrists for push-ups, and other assortment body weight exercises. People kind of forget this stuff and how important it is. Whew. It got me. I got the blood flowing. It's almost 100 degrees now. And I got the air conditioning on, but it may not be enough. I may have to turn the truck on and get some extra air conditioning. So I like to go through every joint in my body. Just do lots of nice wrist circles, shoulder circles, neck circles, hip circles. Get the spine. Do some extra shoulders right now. This is the kind of stuff you want to do if you're just starting out, especially if you're over 40 and you've lived a sedentary way of life. Just do stuff like this for 5-10 minutes a day and go for walks. If you can do some push-ups, do some push-ups, but this is some of the most important stuff to do right here. Some shoulder rotations. This has been really good to do since I kind of tweaked my shoulders out. Both of them got a little tweaked actually. They're doing better every day, so not as serious, and it wasn't really injury so much as just strained them a little too much. Let's do some neck, and we'll do I think we'll do a little hang. Stretch the back out a little bit, work the scapula. It's always kind of hard to talk when you do these. It's very awkward. But it's alright. Honestly, if you're watching this, you should try this stuff out. You watch someone working out and doing stuff like this that most people are capable of doing what I'm doing right now. You may not be able to bang out 12 reps of pull-ups or whatever, but you can do this kind of stuff. You can also just get on a bar and hang. Just move I got my feet off the ground. You can't really tell, but I got my feet off the ground, and I'm just kind of moving my shoulders back and forth, up and down. Do some scapula pulls. You can do this kind of stuff even as a beginner. Really good to do, actually. Just give yourself some support with your feet on the floor if you have to. That way you're not having to use all your weight. Alright, let's take a little bit of a breather. Yeah, today was a grind. The 600 plus mile days, I'm still not, I've been doing this for a long time, but anytime I have to do over 600 miles, it's just takes it out of me a little bit. And I know there's some guys out there like, oh, I do 700 plus miles. So yeah, okay, but you probably haven't, but I've been on the road now for 7 months straight. I've been working out like you see here every single day for over a year and a half. So it does get to be a bit of a grind. But one more month and I'm off to Southeast Asia for about 3 months. So that's going to be awesome. Alright. So I think that's all the pull-ups I'm going to do. That's all I need. Like I said, this isn't going to be a real serious, hard workout. Just a nice mixture of different stuff. 20 to 30 minutes. We haven't decided yet. Just go until I feel it's good. This is more of a instinctual style of training I'll do, which I think I'll just talk about next after I do these. These are called inverted pulls. Shorts keep falling down. All right. We'll do about 5 of these. Try to keep the arms as straight as possible. Yeah, those torque the forearms big time. I don't know why, but just the action of that. I think I'm kind of pulling with my forearms a little bit, so it's a good forearm stretch. Just right here. Just grab the tips of the fingers. I don't have to do a lot. Just give the forearms a nice stretch. And let's keep working our way down the spine or down the body. Do some hip circles here. These are excellent to do. If you never tried these before, give them a go. If you're sitting down right now and you're watching me do this, you should get up and try this kind of stuff. Real easy, you can do it anywhere. If I'm doing it in a truck, you can do it where you're at probably. Some knee circles, also very good. Just get the joints moving. And I've said it before, and I'll keep saying it over and over and over. The older you get, I'm 49 now, and I live a pretty, outside of these workouts, I'm pretty sedentary. Like, I'm pretty tired, so when I'm done with this, I'm gonna lay down, do some reading, watch videos, make something to eat, get some paperwork done. And then I'll be getting up tomorrow and do it all again. Do some ankle rotations. Flex the toes. Just like this. I can do a lot of those, but do some. Try to lift your leg up high enough like this where you're getting a bit of a hamstring stretch. And I'm not very flexible, so even this is like stretch their hamstrings pretty good. Some people, like I've worked out with professional ballet dancers, and they'll just, lift their knee right up to their nose. It's pretty crazy, but excellent to do. Like I said, it's just so important to move your joints around like this. Should be done just about every day. You don't have to do a lot, but you gotta do some. All right. Starting to loosen up. Let's go ahead and do a squat. We're going to squat. Now we're on our toes, so our feet are not flat on the ground right now. I'm just squatting down onto my heels, so my heels are up. And it's mostly just my toes and the ball of my feet on the floor. Really just kind of stretching out the knees. We're done. Now my feet are flat. Just go all the way down, just hang out in a squat for a little while. If you need to balance yourself on something, that's fine. You can grab on. I got my bunk here. I can just grab onto the bunk and get really deep into it. Kind of shift your weight from foot to foot. And I can squat pretty deep, but I kind of have to round my back. And that's something I'm working on, trying to do a deep squat with a more straight back. All right. Shake it out a little bit. So we're about 14 minutes in. And I'm just kind of making this up as I go. I got things, and I want to focus mostly on my back and mobility. But I'm just kind of choosing the exercises as I go. I know all kinds of different exercises. And I'm also spending this time the next few days experimenting. Going to come up with a new routine. I'll probably keep it pretty similar. You know, legs, back, chest, arms. And then just keep repeating that every 4 days, but I kind of want to do some different exercises. And I like that 4-day split because it's very thorough and no one day is all that tiring. So I always have energy to get the workout done because every day is different out here, and that's just life in general. But I'll go into that more. I'm going to do some inverted rows. No, inverted pulls. That's right. Inverted shrugs. I mean, see? Getting tired. Can't remember what I'm doing. I'm in a pike position or semi-pike. Down into a elevated L-sit. Try to lower myself down in this, all the way down. Yeah. Ooh, head rush. Yeah, I'm gonna keep trying to do more of these. Just show how I work out. It's been really good for me just to kind of see what my form and technique is like and just kind of keep track of where I'm at and what I'm doing. I think it's gonna make it a lot easier to make progress over the years because I've been working out my whole life. I started studying, physical training when I was around 12 years old. I think I started my first book I read was Wrestling Physical Conditioning Encyclopedia. Really cool book. It was just all about just different kinds of physical conditioning. Because in wrestling, I wrestled in junior high and high school, did MMA after high school, done some jiu-jitsu. But wrestling, any kind of grappling, just takes a phenomenal level of well-rounded conditioning, strength, flexibility, endurance, athletic ability. That's why my philosophy is, if you're new to fitness, you need to, even if you're not new to fitness, maybe you've been around for a while, but you've never taken this approach, spend some time developing a well-rounded athletic foundation. That's what I try to put together in my truck. That's why you see me doing mobility, stretching, body weight strength. Sometimes I'm a little more relaxed like I'm in today, even though I keep my heart rate up. But I'm going at a pace that's it's not super intense. The exercises are challenging, but there's other days when I go at a much faster pace, and that's more conditioning. Today's just kind of more general, loosen things up, work on some stretching, some mobility, do a general, upper body. Here's a good exercise for both flexibility and balance. I'm going to stretch the quad. I'm going to come down. Try to do this without hitting anything. Now I'm kind of getting to stretch my quad and my hamstring at the same time. Getting some balance. Oh, lost it. Hard to talk and do this at the same time. See some people that can just put their leg way up in the air behind them. So crazy. But it's surprising how much just something like that could wind you a little bit, just because you spend so much time, you're stretching some muscles, you're flexing some muscles, you're using all your muscles to keep balance. There's a lot going on. All right, let's do the other leg. about 20 minutes in, so about right on pace. I think I'm gonna do something fairly similar tomorrow. It'll be another day of legs, and then I'll start ramping things up a little bit more. Like I said, this is I'm feeling good. I feel I got a little bit of a sweat going, not much, but this isn't super intense. But when you mix, mobility, flexibility, a little bit of strength training, it's pretty decent overall. Now we're gonna do some rear delt rows. This is actually really good for the shoulders if you got like rotator cuff problems like me. This is a really good exercise with the rings to kind of hit the rear deltoids, the back a little bit. These up so they're not flailing around. You see, I'm really trying to just pull with my rear delts and get that rotator cuff involved. Sometimes I'll go wide, sometimes a little narrow. Sometimes I'll just kind of pull instead of getting that rotator cuff. Now we'll go right into some triceps extensions. Gymnastics rings, skull crushers. Yeah. Usually I like to do these with the rings a little lower, get a better feel for the triceps, but I want to kind of superset with those rear delt pulls, so this will work. Shake it out a little bit. So I'm just gonna do 2 rounds of that. Just one more round. And the next time I'll drop the rings a little bit so I can get a better feel for the triceps. And then I think we'll finish off with a couple sets of supinated bodyweight rows. My favorite. Get a different effect where you kind of see I'm pulling this way, and I'm pulling with my wrists. I gotta pull my elbows back and the wrist back. This here does more rotator cuff. This here does more direct rear deltoids, and I just kind of mix it up. Still feeling pretty tired, but I got that pump going, good endorphins, so feeling good. Very rarely do I feel motivated to get my workout done at the end of the day, especially the 5 to 10 minute workout I do first thing in the morning when I wake up at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Definitely don't feel like it then, but I think that's probably the most important thing to do. That's why I like to do just a little bit, 5-10 minutes first thing in the morning, because it gets you in that habit of getting it done when you least feel like it. Probably the most important thing to master if you really want to have long-term health and strength. Oh yeah, feel these a lot more. Hear the little clicks and pops. Those are my elbows. It doesn't hurt or anything. Just got a little clicky elbow. It's always been like that. Away. Some supinated bodyweight rows. Pull with the shorts. Constant struggle. Yeah, it's we actually do use quite a bit of rear deltoids on that exercise. So doing those rear delt rows on the rings first kind of pre-exhausted it. So range of motion is a little limited, but that's okay. Helps really hit the slightly sore part of my inner hamstrings and glutes. That gets a little sore from doing lunges. I think lunges are probably the best leg exercise there is. Squats, definitely better for overall strength, I think. But lunges for just long-term health, especially for those who sit a lot. If you work an office job or you just have a sedentary lifestyle, I think lunges are king. It's good flexibility, good balance, range of motion. Hits just about every part of the legs, your quads, hamstrings, your glutes. So a lot of muscle gets worked. It's probably my favorite exercise to do. And it's the one exercise I never stopped doing, even those my first 5 years on the road driving trucks. I never stopped doing lunges. I would just wait every morning. I would just do a couple sets of lunges. Didn't really keep me in shape, but at least kept the legs, you know, decently strong, and kept my overall athletic foundation intact. That way, when I started going back to working out every day, it didn't take too long to get back in shape. Anyways, one more set of these and we'll be calling it that. That'll be that for the day. definitely need some mobility, a little bit of flexibility. Got a good, well-rounded upper body work, chest, shoulders a little bit, arms, back. Got the blood flowing, got the endorphins going. Until the next time.